Welcome all of you back to the online class of biology. So we were studying chapter 10, cell cycle and cell division. And in this we have already studied the different topics like mitosis, and we started meiosis, isn't it? Meiosis is also known as reductional division, as the chromosome number of the daughter cells will be half of the parent cell. Okay, the parent cell's chromosome number will get halved due to the reductional division or meiosis, and this is happening in the gametic cells. And I told you the meiosis takes place in two different cycles or two different steps or phases. What are they? Meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. Meiosis 1 includes again what different sub-steps or sub-stages known as prophase 1, then metaphase 1, anaphase 1 and the telophase 1. And the meiosis 2 also includes what? Prophase 2, metaphase 2, anaphase 2 and telophase 2. And we started studying the prophase 1 of meiosis 1. Okay? And we have discussed that the prophase 1 stage is a very long phase, and it is again divided into different stages like zygotine, isn't it? Leptotine, zygotine, pachytine, diplotin and diakinesis. So it's all the sub-steps of prophase 1 itself. Okay, and what the thing that we can see in this meiosis, which is separate or which is different from the mitosis, is here the homologous chromosomes. What are homologous chromosomes? The chromosome pair which is having the same number of genes, same size. Okay, the chromosome will have the same size, shape, all this, and that carries the genes which control the same type of characters. So that kind of chromosomes are known as what? Homologous chromosomes, and they pair. Okay, and during the metaphase and then what they will be pairing during the substage of prophase 1, and there will be what? The exchange of genes between the non-sister chromatids, okay, of homologous chromosomes known as crossing over, and this bands where they are crossing over will be seen as bands known as chiasmata. Okay, then at the end of the prophase 1 you can see that the nuclear membrane disappears. Okay, and then you can see that the other nucleolus, okay, the nucleolus disappears. Then chromatin fibers, they condensed to form the chromosomes. Okay, so these are the major events that is taking place in the prophase 1. So let's continue to the next phase, that is metaphase 1. So in metaphase 1 also you can see the chromosomes will be arranged in the equatorial plane. Okay, and here the difference is, you can see that the microtubules from the opposite poles of the spindle attached to the pair of homologous chromosomes. There how it was, they will be attached to the chromatids. Okay, chromatids of the same chromosomes, okay, to the centromere of the chromatids. Okay, there in mitosis the spindle fibers will be attached, but here the difference is, see, you can see here these chromosomes are what? Homologous pairs, and these are also homologous pairs. They will get arranged in the equatorial plane, and you can see that the spindle fibers will be attached to from this pole. Okay, the spindle fibers from this pole will be attached to this chromosome of this pair, and the spindle fibers from this will be attached to the chromosome of the chromosome of this pair in this way. Understood? So what will happen during the next phase? And you can see that here no splitting. In the mitosis metaphase we have seen that, okay, at the end of the metaphase the centromere splits. okay, and separate the chromatids of the same chromosome. But here it will not happen now. Here what only happens? The separation of homologous chromosome, okay, the individual chromosomes of the homologous pairs, they will get moved, okay, during the next phase, as they are arranged according to the, means they are arranged in the equatorial plane as pairs. Okay, as pairs they are getting attached to the, they are arranged to the equatorial plane, and you can see that one set of chromosome, okay, if 46 chromosomes are there, 23 will be pulled towards one pole and the other 23 will be pulled towards the other pole. So in this way, okay, during the next phase, that is anaphase stage, movement of chromosomes you can see due to the the shortening of the spindle fibers, but it is like this. So from this diagram you can see, okay, the homologous chromosomes, they pair in the center like this, okay, they arrange in the form of pairs in the center, and during the next stage you can see that one chromosome from each pair will be pulled towards the pole. Okay, this pair will be pulled towards this pole and the other will be pulled towards the other pole. So during which phase? Anaphase. In metaphase what you can see? Only the arrangement of chromosomes in the center. So here how it is? As pairs they will get arranged. But in metaphase of mitosis, how it is? All the 46 chromosome in a line they will be getting arranged. Okay, but here how it is? They are arranged as pairs. Understood? In the center they are arranged as pairs, and in the next phase, what is that? The characteristic feature of anaphase? Movement of chromosomes towards the poles, and that is due to the attachment of spindle fibers, okay, from the poles, and due to the shortening of the spindle fibers to the center. Understood? So due to this what happened? The chromosomes, okay, if 23 chromosomes are forming, understood? So I hope it is very clear. The homologous chromosomes separate during the anaphase 1, but the sister chromatids will be remaining associated at the centromere. Do you remember what the sister chromatids? Each chromosomes will have 2 chromatids, isn't it? So that 2 chromatids are known as what? Sister chromatids, and that will get separated, splitted during where? During the anaphase of or at the end of the metaphase of what? Mitosis. But here this longitudinal splitting will not take place. Okay, keeping the chromosome number in each pole as 23 in case of human being. Okay, then the last phase is what? The telophase 1. So here the same process, what? Nuclear membrane, nucleolus reappears and cytokinesis follows. Okay, cytokinesis, and in most of the cases chromosomes do undergo some dispersion. Okay, means they will again form the chromatin network, but they will not be forming that much entangled mass of chromatin network. Okay, and the stage between these 2 meiotic divisions, that is meiotic division 1 and 2, is known as interkinesis. Okay, what is it? Interkinesis, and it is a short-lived phase, and this will be following what? The prophase 2. Okay, that will be followed by prophase 2. Means after interkinesis, what will happen? The cell will enter into what? The next phase, that is the prophase 2, and that will not be complicated as in the case of prophase 1. Okay, so I told the after meiosis 1, the cytokinesis also takes place. So just after that, okay, what happens? Meiosis 2 is initiated after cytokinesis and just before the chromosomes are fully elongated. Means it will not wait for the chromosomes to form fully the chromatin network. Okay, and a meiosis 2 is less complicated than what? Meiosis 1, and it is more resembling to mitosis. Okay, Mitosis we have studied, no, prophase, metaphase. So likewise the stages of meiosis 2 is more similar to mitosis than the meiosis 1. So what are the different steps of mitosis? Prophase, simple prophase. Okay, so what happened here? Again the nuclear membrane disappears, okay, by the end of the prophase 2, and the chromosomes will become more compact. Okay, once again it becomes compact. Okay, and then next is what? Metaphase 2. Again in each cell, okay, actually in the one's parent cell, after meiosis 1, okay, you can see that 2 cells will be formed, isn't it? 2 cells will be formed, and in each of these 2 cells only how many chromosomes will be there? 23 chromosomes. Why? Because from the equatorial plane of the metaphase, only 1/2 of chromosomes were pulled towards the pole. So only 23 chromosomes will be there, and they will get aligned, okay, in the center of the each cell. Understood? So chromosomes align at the equator, okay, and microtubules from the opposite poles will get attached to the kinetochore, okay, of sister chromatids of each chromosome. Now 23 chromosome will get aligned in the center, and then what will happen? Same process of mitosis which were taking place in which were the different stages of mitosis will take place in each of the cell. So the chromosomes will get aligned in the center, and then what happens? And you can see that the chromosomes, okay, will get aligned in the center, and then from the poles you can see the spindle fibers come and attach to the kinetochore, and then what happened? Longitudinal splitting of the sister chromatids or chromosomes takes place, separating the sister chromatids. So one of the sister chromatid from this will be pulled towards this, and one from this will be pulled towards this pole, and the another will be pushed towards this pole. So like this you can see the chromosome number of the daughter cell, okay, during what? Anaphase 2. This movement of chromosomes takes place during anaphase 2 only, limiting the chromosomes to the poles, okay, that will be pulled towards the pole. So here also you can see the number of chromosomes were what? 2 here, isn't it? 2 chromosomes only, and here also it was 2, and after the splitting the chromosome will become 4, okay, and just for example only 2 chromosomes are shown here. So after longitudinal splitting of the chromosome in the metaphase, what will happen? In the next phase they will be pulled towards the opposite pole. So here also 2, in this pole also 2 will be there, and in this pole also 2 will be there. Understood? So the chromosome number of the parent cell, here the parent cell was there now, isn't it? This is the parent cell which undergone the meiosis 2, where having 2 chromosomes, and in the daughter cell also will be 2 chromosomes in each, okay. So this will take place in both the cells which are formed after the meiosis 1. Meiosis 1 will produce what? 2 cells, isn't it? After meiosis division, I told cytokinesis also takes place, and that makes the cell into 2 cells with half the chromosome number, and in each of the particular cells again one more mitosis, that is known as what? Meiosis 2 takes place and divide the cells again into 2. So now you might have understood how from a single cell 4 cells are formed, okay. From a single cell 4 different cells are formed. So from here we can see once again, that is, see, this is a diploid cell, okay. They undergone meiosis 1, leaving the chromosomes number half, okay. The chromosome number become half. Sorry, this is what showing the meiosis 2 stage only, Okay, let me show another diagram. Yes, here you can see that this chromosome, this cell was having what? Two pairs of chromosomes, means 4 chromosomes were there in this. Okay, in this particular cell 4 chromosomes were there. After they undergo meiosis 1, they were divided into 2 cells having what? 2 chromosomes each. Okay, from this 2 blue shown, okay, here the chromosome is shown in blue color, so here 4 chromosomes were there, and you can see here, see, this is what actually a pair of homologous chromosome, understood, that were shifted to the poles. And now you can see one chromosome here and another one here, and here also one blue and one red. Okay, so here total how many chromosomes were there? 4 chromosomes. Okay, 2 pairs of chromosome, and here only one, means here only 2 chromosomes, and here also 2 chromosomes. Here total how many were there? 4 chromosomes. And the same cells after meiosis 1 undergoes what? The meiosis 2, you can see like this. Okay, each one of the cell produced after meiosis 1 will get divided into 2 cells. So actual division where it took place? In the meiosis 1 itself. The chromosome number was reduced to half in where only meiosis 1, due to the pairing of homologous chromosome and their what? Movement. Okay, means one chromosome from each pair only will move to the poles, understood. So in that way the chromosome number was reduced to half, understood. And then in the next phase, each of the cells formed in the poles will undergo one more mitosis, and the chromosome number will be same as that of the cell which undergone the meiosis 2, but the number of cells will be again converted to 2. Okay, from each cell which is undergoing meiosis 2, 2 cells will form, understood. Already 2 cells are formed after meiosis 1, and they will get divided into 2 again. So total from a single parent cell, you can see that how many cells will be formed from a single parent cell. Okay, this is the parent cell, and from this you can see that how many cells will be formed. How many cells? 4 cells. Okay, 4 cells were formed, and each of this were having only half of the chromosome. Okay, half of the chromosome of the parental cell, understood. So this is what meiosis takes place in where? In animals. So in telophase, what is happening? Telophase 2, okay, that is the 2 groups of chromosomes once again get enclosed by the nuclear envelope, then it will be followed by the cytokinesis, resulting in the formation of 4 cells, 4 haploid cells. So what is the significance of meiosis? Meiosis is very essential to to maintain the chromosome number of progeny and the parents same. Okay, it helps in the maintaining the chromosome number of the progeny and the parent same. How? Because after sexual, especially in sexual reproduction, okay, in sexual reproduction, fusion of male and female gamete is a must, and if fusion takes place with the same number of chromosomes, then it will be troublesome. Okay, so first the chromosome number of the gametes will be reduced to half, so that after meiosis also, after their fusion also, the chromosome number will remain the same. So in this way, what chromosome number of generations can be kept same. Then another important the advantage of this is it increases the genetic variability. How you understood now? Because in prophase 1 there is a stage where the crossover takes place, means the non-sister chromatids. Okay, non-sister chromatids, they exchange their fragments. Okay, so that what happen, there will be lot of combination takes place, and this results in the formation of variation, and these variations are very important for the process of evolution. So hope this chapter is very clear to you. Okay, we have studied about mitosis and meiosis. Okay, so after mitosis, a single cell, a parent cell will get divided into two cells. Each will have the same number of chromosomes. But in case of meiosis, a parent cell will get divided into 4 cells. How 4 cells are formed? Is it clear? Okay, so due to the meiosis, okay, or during meiosis, a parent cell will get divided into 4 cells. Each of that will have only half the number of chromosomes. Is it clear? Okay.